How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of Supernatural, of episode number 20 for season 1. As this time next week, I'll be recording both episode 21 and 22 to wrap things up with this fantastic initial season. It's been quite the journey, and I'm excited to see what this episode brings. As last episode, considering episode 18, we focused quite a bit on Dean's character. It was Sam's turn last time around, as of course the whole situation with Jess's death, it's been a cloud over him, and there was the whole situation with Sarah, which I feel like the last episode did a very good job, in my opinion, on, I don't know, trying to shed some weight from his shoulders that stems from Jess's death. Obviously, there is not that comfortable zone that he could be in on trying to move forward until whatever took Jess is dealt with. So, but it was, like I said, a nice step forward in the right direction for Sam, and it was just really great to have a Sam-centric episode. Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes about in this episode. So, with that said, let's get into episode number 20 for Supernatural Season 1. Let's go. What's your game?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Say, you look old.
Whoa!
What do you think? Do you much good, of course. Boys, we're eating in tonight.
Wait, what? They just ate him!
You think it's the same Elkins? It's a Colorado area code.
Coincidence? Maybe, unless Elkins is a popular name in Colorado. I don't know.
JW. You think? John Winchester? I don't know. Shall we open it? Dad?
Speak of the devil! My heart just left my body there.
Dad, what are you doing here? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Hey!
Our gun.
The gun? Why?
Because it's important, that's why.
Dad, we don't even know what these things are yet.
They were what Dania Elkins killed best.
Lay it to
Vampires.
Chekhov's gun. Oof. Hey!
I thought there was no such thing.
You never even mentioned them, Dad.
We may as well get our Slayer here, right?
Elkins and others had wiped him out.
I bet you wouldn't buy that shirt.
I love this shirt.
You should have really kept your eyes on the road there, buddy. Yeah, he's like, call 911, call an ambulance, but not for him. Dinner time!
Dean, why don't you touch up your car before you get rust? I wouldn't have given you the damn thing if I thought you were going to ruin it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Dean has left the chat.
Smaller packs are sent out to hunt for food.
Yeah, well, maybe that worked when we were kids, but not anymore, all right? Not after everything you and I have been through, Dean. I mean, are you telling me you're cool with just falling into line and letting him run the whole show?
That's what it takes.
Oh, Dean. It gets to a point where you've just had enough. Especially since you're now capable of doing this shit on your own. You guys. Hey! I like her style.
Bo, wait for Luther.
Guessing this is Luther.
On second thought, go ahead and treat yourself.
I just want a certain blonde Slayer. Oh my fuck. To waltz in and kick your asses.
The vampires. Your brother's right. We don't have time for this.
Last time we saw you, you said it was too dangerous to be together. Now, out of the blue, you need our help.
Oh,
Obviously, something bad's
boy!
going down, and we want to know what.
Get back in the car.
No.
I said get back in the damn car.
Yeah. And I said no.
All right, you made your
Holy
point, tough guy.
fuck!
Look, we're all tired. We can talk about this later. Sammy, I'm here. Come on.
Woo!
What'd you say?
You heard me.
Yeah, you left.
I'm gonna take you so high, you're never gonna come down.
What the fuck are you guys? No! Fuck that noise! No! Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Oh my.
Dad, I got an extra machete if you need one.
I think I'm okay. Thanks.
Wow.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm sorry.
So, you boys really want to know about this cult?
Come on, you need to be open.
They say this gun can kill anything.
Kill anything like supernatural anything?
Like the demon.
Yeah, the demon.
Oh.
Ever since I picked up its trail, I've been looking for a way to destroy that
Are
thing.
we getting some kind of closure?
Find the gun. We may have it.
Hey, shh. I'm here to help you.
That'll do it. Oh, John!
Dad!
Maybe we went out the back. Oh, there he is.
They won't follow. They'll wait till tonight. Once a vampire gets you sentenced for life.
Oh, lovely!
You gotta find the nearest funeral home, that's what.
Great!
Taking us.
All I saw was evil. Everywhere.
No.
And all I cared about was keeping you boys alive. I wanted you prepared.
Didn't want him to be
Ready.
vulnerable.
So somewhere along the line, I stopped being your father.
Oh.
And
We're not different.
Oh.
Not anymore. With what happened to Mom and Jess. We probably have a lot more in common than just about anyone.
Oh.
I guess
Oh.
you're right, son. Spend it on ammo.
Oh. And Dave, you missed a moment.
I'll pass. I usually draw the line in necrophilia. I don't normally get this friendly to the second date, but
No.
Arrow soaked in dead man's blood. It's like poison to you, isn't it? Load her up. I'll take care of this one.
Oh boy.
Excuse me?
you know what Sammy and I have been hunting. Hell, you sent us on a few hunting trips yourself. You can't be that worried about keeping us safe.
It's not the same thing, Dean.
What is
Dave.
it? Why do you want us out of the big fight?
This demon, it's a bad son of a bitch. I can't make the same moves, so I'm worried about keeping you alive.
You mean you can't be as reckless?
Look,
Holy shit.
I don't expect
Dad, what happens if you die? We could have done something about it. You know, I've been thinking, I
Can't just dismiss this
think
shit.
maybe Sammy's right about this one. I think we should do this together. We're stronger as a family, Dad. We just are. You know it.
Dean.
We're running out of time. You do your job and you get out of the area.
Oh!
Get out.
It is kind of eerie how their eyes kind of shimmer.
Who are you?
Name's Winchester.
We're your friends.
Cleaning out your nest. Further.
How about you all head up a mile and then, you know, we could be hunky-dory. Something's gonna happen.
It's a nice move. You almost made it.
Warned! You are all warned! This is why you don't get too cocky.
You people. Why can't you just leave us alone?
Why can't
We
you
have as
just...
much right to live as you do.
I don't think so.
Oh! Oh, shit! The fact he saved his... saved Sam!
But I guess we are stronger as a family. So, we go after this damn thing. Together.
Yes! Woo! That is one of your smartest calls, John. That is, yeah. Obviously, you've been like, hey, we need to stay away, etc. Or given very, very harsh... even the flashbacks when we saw him decide to leave 2 kids in a hotel. Not really, you know, the best move to make, but that is what we like to see. And the finale is just going to be even juicy now that we got the trio together. Whew. I'm excited to see how these 2 episodes are going to go. Because there is a part of me that thinks, are we finally going to meet the son of a bitch who was responsible for what happened to Jess, what happened to Dean and Sam's mother? But there's also a side of me that's going to be like, yeah, maybe it's not going to peek out from the shadows just yet, and wants to toy with the Winchesters. So, oh, I am so excited for these final 2 episodes for this season, and it is just really, really great to have John with the boys. I do feel like, pending he doesn't die, but I have a feeling that he won't. I feel like it will close out John doing his own thing in some capacity. I'm not sure. But we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But it is really, really great to see him reunited and not taking off like 5 minutes after reuniting with them. Obviously, there was the plan to do so, but you know, it's about time that common sense would get inside John's head, especially with the fact that, yes, I get what he is doing in terms of trying to protect his boys. They are the really only things that he has left in the world in terms of love. But it's not like Dean and Sam are amateurs at this. And, you know, what's going to happen if... you know, he were to, like, he is sure he's not making it out of this one 100%, but, you know, what if something did happen and they could have prevented this? You need all the help you can get if you're going to take on this son of a bitch who took his wife, who took Sam's girlfriend. So, yeah. And not just that, though, but... this is very, very important for the boys as well to deal with this thing. So, and like I said, they're not amateurs at this supernatural gig. They've got quite the bit of experience, and they do want that vengeance. So, gotta say, props to Dino for talking back to John, which is a really, really big moment, considering how he's been so adamant on obeying his father's orders, that he doesn't slip into Sam's mindset and get frustrated at certain things that you might not agree with in terms of John's demands. He accepts the order. John will say something, Dean will accept the order, and just move on from there. Whereas Sam, as we know, he will question certain things that John brings up, and it can be very, very frustrating, especially in regards to finding the thing that killed their mother. Especially in terms of information, because of the fact that if there is something that you're not saying, then it kind of feels like a low blow. And Sam wants answers so much. It's, yeah, it can be very, very frustrating. So, yeah, you can't keep omitting certain stuff, especially with how important it is. And not just that, though, but going back to the fact that they're not amateurs at this. They keep doing this shit week after week, as we've seen. And, you know, it can be very, very frustrating to know that your father's sending you away to certain places whilst he's dealing with this thing, and, you know, it's going to get very, very frustrating. But I do really, really love the fact that Dean talked back to his father. So... And not just that, though, but it must have been very, very fear-inducing for Dean himself, because it's not a thing that he has done. He has always been one to accept his father's orders, no matter what. But, you know, it is very, very... I don't know, it does create a bit of that anxiety, one would say, for Dean, because... I'm just thinking back to the other episode where we saw in the flashback how John lectured Dean for putting Sam at vulnerability, and that was a catalyst for Dean to never deflect or never stray from John's path in terms of his directions. He has always been one to follow his orders, want to never question his orders, etc. And so this moment where he where he defies his father, where he talks back to him, is just, it's so good. And not just that, though, but the fact that he is looking out for Sam as well. It is just so good. So, I mean, this is it, though. He has never been one to defy his father, but he has always never been one to especially after that flashback, he has never been one to neglect Sam and his sentiments, and he's right there standing by his brother, and it's just really, really amazing to see. So but also, like I said, there must be a lot of fear residing in Dean when he had that moment talking back to John. And I say that because, yeah, Dean puts on that very, very tough front. But as we've seen throughout the course of this season, there are moments where he will showcase that bit of vulnerability. And I think this was another case of that, where he was allowing himself to be a bit more emotional. And like I said, it wasn't easy. So... so I really, really loved that moment. But I also really loved Sam and John's conversation when they were just alone, and just the similarities between the pair. And I guess there are a few similarities, especially when it comes to emotions. Because you have John putting up walls. He is not lowering them whatsoever, because you know, there has been a lot of hurt, especially with his wife's death. And it's the same with Sam, as we saw in the last episode as well. There was, of course, Sarah being mentioned in this episode, but you know that Sam is not ready to move forward from that, and you know, it's a big risk lowering those emotional walls, and you know, yeah. So and we see that John, you know, he doesn't want to he puts up those he doesn't lower those walls in regards to allowing his sons to come and fight the thing that killed their mother, Jessica. And you understand from a point from like a side for John in terms of why he might not want his sons to approach this thing that killed their mother, Jessica. But also, like I said, what happens if John dies and the boys could have done something about it? They are going to be racked with guilt for the rest of their lives. And not just that, though, but they have a right to fend off against this creature. So, yeah. Sam, he's lost two people that's very, very important to him through this same thing. So he definitely has a reason. I mean, yeah, Dean lost his mother as well, but they all have something that makes them want to fight this thing. They want that closure. So, yeah, I can get why John might not want to jeopardize the two people that he has left in his life. But, yeah, you could understand why Dean, they want to, find some kind of closure with this thing. So I am just worried that we are not going to get that moment where they get revenge on the thing that took their loved ones away, concluding this season. I think it's going to roll on to season 2 and we'll see what happens there. But it is a really, really great moment to have John being embracing in terms of the fact that, hey, you can come along. So, yeah, but I also really, really love the fact that John admitted that he wasn't like a father. But he needed to admit that to Sam. And I really, really thought that nice wholesome moment was really, really important, especially with the fact that Sam has been not just skeptical in regards to John and some of the stuff that he has, I guess, ordered, etc., but also Sam has always, I feel like with Dean obeying his father and him wanting to, well, he wants Sam to come onto this supernatural thing, but Sam wants that normality. He wants to go to law school, etc. There is that feeling like he is not like he is kind of, I don't want to say the black sheep of the family, but he doesn't have that same ambition as his brother does, as John does. You see Dean all the time trying to have Sam to come along. Hey, you could all, like, even when we've done with this thing, you could still come with us. And you see Sam adamant about the fact that he wants to continue that normality. So, and that feeling that you're not like your brother, like your father, can make you feel like that you might have a lack of that appreciation, that you just feel like an outsider of sorts of the family. So but like I said, I feel like Sam is definitely going to change. I don't know. I feel like Sam is going to change his tune. He definitely has to change his tune at some point in terms of, I say that as if I'm condescending Sam for not choosing the supernatural life. No, but he is going to change his opinion. I feel like there is that inevitability that he realizes this is what he is destined for, especially with those abilities that haven't flared up, with those telekinetic abilities that haven't flared up since episode 14. Maybe they might come back into the fold for these final 2 episodes. Who knows? But I feel like there is going to be something that tells Sam that he is destined for this path. And then over time, he will feel less and less like, I guess, the black sheep, or whatever you want to define it. I don't want to say black sheep, though, because it's not like Dean and John resent him. If anything, they love him so much. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe for Sam, deep inside, he does feel like that. But Dean and John, they embrace him so much. So, and we even know that for John, there was that upset feeling in regards to Sam departing because of the fact that he would be vulnerable, he would be alone, and he doesn't want that. So, yeah. So you can definitely accept that John loves both of his children, but you could also really appreciate the fact that he confessed, he owned up about the fact that I was not like a father, and that is on me. So, but also that event with his wife, it changed him, as we know, and yeah, but at least he owned up to Sam about the whole situation, so that's, you know, really good to see. So yeah, I really loved the family bonding in this episode and how very emotive and powerful it was. But I also really loved a lot of the other elements in this episode as well, like the vampire situation. It's just really interesting how Dean was like very surprised of the existence of vampires, which makes me wonder what else in the supernatural world is out there that is going to stun him. Because it is weird considering the fact that vampires are I guess common supernatural element, if that makes sense. So yeah, I was really surprised about the fact that Dean was, you know, really stunned about the existence of vampires. But I also really loved the unique qualities that they possessed as well, rather than just, hey, I can't go into sunlight, etc., or how they were vulnerable. Beheading of the sorts would be one of the only ways to deal with a vampire. Otherwise, we had that cult gun, which is going to be really interesting, considering the fact that the gun is very fundamental, it seems. So, in terms of dealing with certain supernatural elements. So, yeah, I really love and we saw the cult in action when John saved Sam. So I guess it makes me worried that it's not going to be used, or it's going to get destroyed in the final 2 episodes, since we saw it being utilized here. But then again, it could also be a good little demonstration run to tell the audience, hey, this is how it works. So yeah, problem is also there's only like 5 bullets now, I think. So, you know, I hope you're make sure that you're a really good shot for these final 2 episodes, because otherwise we're all buggered. So, yeah. But no, I really loved exploring the vampire side of things. I think, especially after watching Buffy, I've gotten a bit more of an appreciation of the utilization of vampires in general. Otherwise, I wasn't really, you know, too miffed with them. So, too fussed, should I say, with them. So, yeah, but it was all, like I said, it was really good to see that this episode really did them in what I would say is a very unique light as well. So, yeah. But it was a very interesting episode to have that family reunion bit, setting up the final 2 episodes, especially with the gun, potentially with John, Dean, and Sam united, banded together. Let's take this son of a bitch out. Let's go. But overall, it was just a really great episode, and it does have me excited to see what we're going to have for the final 2 episodes. So yeah, I am really excited. Let's bloody go, folks. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!